Hey all, this is Faulty Shadow, and I understand I'm a meme kid, pretty much. A lot of you remember me back from MCC when I was very, very much ass, and I still am relative to a lot of you, but I put in the time into different aspects of the game where even whenever I'm not trying to be super competitive, I still hit clips and have a little bit of fun. Like overjumps, ghost jumps, claw, XSV. I have OG Halo 2, Cart, which is my preferred, and MCC. And I've 1v1'd a good amount of people. I don't usually win, but I don't really get goosed as much anymore. And I see a lot of hate for Melo, and I don't really think it's justified. Let me just set up this game so I can show you exactly what I mean in a second. But obviously Melo is a MCC player for the most part, right? And a lot of people's justification saying that he's cheating is because he's on PC. But what a lot of people don't understand is if you go to his oldest videos, this dude used to play split screen twos, bro. Like he didn't just spawn on PC out of nowhere and get good out of nowhere. 5 years ago, it looks like he started playing, right? But if you filter his videos to the oldest and you go to some of his older 1v1 vids on Xbox, pre FOV slider, okay? This dude, keep in mind, did not play OG Halo 2, so no Xbox Live 1.0, so nothing up to 2010, no XBC, no X-Link Kai. This is his Halo 2, right? This was a Smurf, I think. A lot of the people he used to play were Smurfs. He wasn't the best. Like, if you watch this old video, I don't know if he was trying or what. He wasn't the best, which is what I'm getting into. He didn't become good out of nowhere, like a lot of people like to believe. And what you have to understand is, I think the 1v1 playlist was a beta, like 2018, an insider thing. And I've watched other people's POVs. I'm not being ass to this dude. Everybody was ass back at that year level or whatever, 2018, right? I'm pretty sure Slaya or somebody used to upload, maybe it was Stefan, used to upload their 1v1 vids. Everybody was ass, bro. Like, they did not play the same way they play today, right? Even though the meta was kind of already figured out back then, like wall glitching, pretty much the whole shebang. But he literally goes from 78 FOV, I'd say C plus, being generous, to B tier early on. Still getting some wins against some good players, right? Some of them are obviously like super bots, like I think Halo Dad was a super bot, but not all of them were bad. A lot of these dudes were like Colombians that, played cart. They didn't really drop Halo 2. They kind of knew how to play. But he had some solid wins against people like Snake. Dude, you still see this dude in like 13, 14-year-old montages, okay? That dude knows how to play. He did not ever stop playing. And Melo still shit on him, right? And again, C plus, B tier, somewhere around there, I saw the progression. And this was whenever 78 FOV, Xbox, everybody was on the same hardware. So people don't really have an excuse that have played him back then, played him today, lost to him back then, lost to him today, saying like, he just got good on PC. No, dude. What a lot of cope kids don't realize today is lower FOV, like that's how you get intelligent. High FOV, let me show you this shit. This is 78 FOV, right? You have to learn how to like take advantage of this. I know people are thinking my viewpoint is just me being ass, me being a bot boy. I am, right? But again, I've put countless hours into over jumps, which I used to think was hard. Flaw boxer. And again, I've started to kind of like master shit a little bit, right? So I think I'm not completely unjustified to give my POV. 78 FOV. Maybe on 120, you could probably see up to there. I don't remember. I haven't played this dog shit in a while. Or, 120. Probably see more over there. Like, you have way more, you could call it situational awareness. But I think what happens is a lot of people just react instead of predicting. They literally just sit and react. 78 FOV back then used to force you to use your brain. You had to predict, really analyze people's patterns. Maybe the first game you might not win against them, or it would be a big amount of struggle. But I think Melo's always been pretty good about like analyzing your gameplay, and not allowing you to do the same thing the next game, or at least without him not realizing it. Like that overjump, I thought I was hot shit doing it, right? I thought it was gonna help me against a lot of like really good players, And then I did it like once on Melo, I couldn't really do it again without him pre-nating it, without him knowing. Like, people find out patterns. And that's even more apparent on 78 FOV. And you all used to be on the same hardware, same shit, right? And everybody was on 60 hertz. Maybe you're not on 105 or 110, whatever it is. Like, even this is way more of an upgrade. Well, yeah, dude. This is not skill. But that's arguable, right? The function's out, everybody's using it, so I can't really complain about it. But back then, y'all had no excuse. And y'all couldn't use a high FOV to cope and react instead of predicting. This dude learned how y'all were going to move. Maybe you were pushing open. Maybe instead of him nading that, he's going to assume you're going to, like, fucking jump up that antenna, pre-nade it, whatever the deal is. You as an individual player, he ran all kinds of tiers. Bot boys, Game Pass kids today, which weren't Game Pass kids back then, but people who don't know how to play any Halo, right? They just run around, they don't hug a wall, they walk out open center, they're like this, you know, they get fucking headshot from S2, or any part of S Tower, right? But, people aren't really like that anymore. And especially him. I think he learned pretty quickly how to wall glitch. You can watch his old videos. He was really good for an Xbox player, wall glitching, peak shotting, whatever you want to call it. He learned how to dub shot. Not that that's super important. Like, he didn't do these things fucking out of nowhere, okay? Like, this took him grinding every day for, what, 2 years to really get to where he was. And he wasn't 78 FOV the whole time. Whenever the FOV slider dropped, I think it amplified his max skill on 78. I'm pretty sure I watched like a cracked game of him on 78 FOV, thinking this dude, like even back then, he had it down. He knew where you were moving, which is crazy to me, because a lot of people didn't. And once the FOV slider dropped, he just got really good with it, dude. His BR placement has always been good, and you can't say he was cheating, dude. Nobody was cheating with like anything other than macros on Xbox. You can't say that, dude. Like, you're a cope kid if you think that anybody was cheating on Xbox One era consoles in Halo. But oh shit. Oh, holy shit, I just had an acid reflux cough. But then again, back to the topic. He got really cracked, and that was back on Xbox One. He was literally probably A plus tier on Xbox One, high FOV. Everybody started to get better around that time again because of the FOV slider, but he already had that skill beforehand. A lot of you were late to the party, reacting to images or reacting to people you saw. He was beating kids like Jovian, right? 3 years ago. He's beat Mines, Karma, maybe he's watched a day. I don't know. He probably still rinse a lot of people, right? This dude was pretty good. He was a smurf. Like, this wasn't that long ago. And, I don't know, I just think it's crazy, man. He had the skill before. If you don't believe me, watch all the old videos. And, even whenever he went to PC, it was pretty obvious. Not skill-wise, but graphically. But obviously, if he just continues to play, he's going to match the same people over and over again. Learn your patterns. A lot of people push the same. Again, what I should have elaborated on before was, let's say, Game Pass kids, back then and now, they'll be pushing out in the open, not surrounding themselves around a wall, whatever the deal is. Maybe a low-tier smurf, let's say a C-tier kid or something, might know to kind of like, not peek his head out all the way, but he might not know his own field of view, and he might just get headshot, peeking out like this or something. Or he might lift, turn his back, but maybe he doesn't realize, like, certain mechanics of the game, like if you spam crouch on lift, sometimes you don't go as far. If you, like, scam crouch, whatever. I went out too far because of my bot. But, again, somebody doesn't know how to wall glitch, whatever. But you know it's apparent that they kind of know what they're doing, they just can't do it, even though they're trying. Then there's the B tiers he's played and stuff like that. What are they going to push? Maybe they want to immediately jump up here because they know he's going to throw a nade, right? Maybe they'll try and throw a nade, distract him. Look through that bridge, kind of come up here, do whatever bot shit they want to do. Maybe even peek up here, probably pretty predictable, right? Get stuck by him. But then there's people like, let's say, Arana, Sora, Stormy, really Melo, anyone who can do like over jumps, ghost jumps, whatever the deal is. And you think he's not gonna like learn that quickly? If he knows how to do it, if he's seen how to do it, he's gonna predict it. So really, he's just an AI, dude. He played the game every day, one playlist for the most part. You can't like hate on somebody that's put the grind in. I understand a lot of you, you're gonna have to like drop this mindset. I don't like losing. I really don't. I do get angry, but I try and keep it in. But sometimes it's pretty hard. But a lot of you have been playing since OGH2 and you didn't stop. You played OGH2, Xbox Live 1.0. Then you played XBC. Then you played Excellent Kai. Then you went to Halo 2 PC. Probably played them all simultaneously, right? Then you went to MCC, pre-FOV slider, before you could even make half iterations to your sensitivity, when it was just 1 to 10, nothing in between. And, how should I say it? Obviously, I would be pissed off, dude. Let's say I'm Stormy, TN2 Step, Mines, anybody like who maybe was there in the beginning, or there in OG and they popped off. Like, I would get angry, dude, if I played that game 10 to 20 years and I was getting shit on by somebody who just popped up out of nowhere. But you have to realize, all he did was grind a playlist. Like, that was pretty much his only playlist. That and twos, yeah, but like ones was his thing. How else should I say this? And again, you have to realize, a lot of you that think you were cracked at Halo 2 came back to MCC, got shit on. Maybe some of you just didn't really play ones, you played social against bots back then. Population used to be higher, you probably thought you were a god because you were playing like... There were more people to play, you weren't playing the same stacks and individuals every day. But, how do I elaborate further on this? People weren't as good. Even, like, whenever you supposedly thought you were nasty, you were at 50, you were in your 40s, whatever, on Halo 2, OG, even on XBC, like, the game wasn't completely refined. People might have known wall glitches, whatever, peak shotting, but they really didn't use them. Like, it was kind of far and few between. And even back on Excellent Kai, like, I think it took a while. I don't think the game really got refined until 2010. And even then, like, it wasn't super cracked relative to today, or even a couple years back. Watch old YouTube videos of a lot of the top players, even the bots, even old montages from like 2007, Xbox Live, XBC. People did not even play close to what they play today. If you watch Xbox, OG Xbox, like 1v1s from any iteration, like, people were just really bad, dude. It's hard to watch. Even when they had, like, BR starts, no carbine and all that. Like, it's just, ugh. So, you were cracked back then, you're not cracked now. It's a completely different game. So you have to drop the ego is pretty much what I'm saying. He didn't just get good overnight. He got good eventually. But pretty quickly, because all he did was 1v1s. I think it's the same thing with him and Arana. Arana didn't just get good overnight. Arana and him put the time in. Arana more so on cart, Melos more so on MCC. And again, he didn't just play MCC, he played a bit of cart. I don't blame him for not liking cart. I don't like MCC so much anymore. I like cart. But everybody has their preference. Like, I have 78 FOV. I'm kind of a cope kid because this isn't, like, default. That's, I have to play a fake version of the game to play that, right? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Stop hating on the boy. Put the time in. If you still think he's cheating, it's because you're a cope kid and you want to believe he's cheating. Like, there's no reason for you in 2025 to not watch his old videos and see the progression. And if you watch the old videos and you don't see the progression, or you force yourself not to see it, you're either so bad at the game you don't understand and you can't like comprehend or view the skill, or you just like literally are a cope kid and you don't want to believe it, which is understandable. I wouldn't want to either if I played the game for years and I was ass. But it is what it is, you know, like, can't be helped. Again, I yap for too long, but stop hating, dude. Just get good. Stop hating.